Let's talk about the movie that made film bros weep, jazz purists rage, and musical fans cry in confusion. La La Land pretends to love art, but it kind of hates artists. It's all glitz, dreams, and twinkly pianos, but underneath the surface, it's a shallow, self-pitying story that celebrates passion only when it's palatable, marketable, and aesthetically tragic. You think it's about creative love, but really it's about creative loneliness with choreography. Stick around till the end, because the last point I make is the one that really exposes how this film sells out the very spirit of art it claims to honor. Before we waltz into this pastel-colored takedown, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment telling me what movie or TV show you want me to analyze next. This is director Ammar Hejazi, and today we're breaking down why La La Land isn't a love letter to art. It's a breakup text with a pretty font. Let's start with Sebastian, our resident jazz savior. This man talks about jazz like he invented it. He gatekeeps it like it's an endangered species only he can protect. But here's the kicker. For someone who loves jazz, he spends half the movie complaining about it, and the other half blaming the world for not appreciating him. Also, side note, his big revolutionary moment is opening a club exactly like the one he hated. That's not innovation, that's nostalgic control freak energy with a soundtrack. And let's not even start on the weird optics of a white guy preaching to a black musician, played by John Legend no less, about what real jazz is. La La Land doesn't celebrate jazz, it romanticizes the fantasy of being the guy who knows jazz better than everyone else. Now on to Mia, the aspiring actress with the dream, the auditions, the one-woman show that no one sees, except the right person at the right time who gives her a career. She's talented, but the movie doesn't care about her craft. It only cares about her suffering, her rejection montage, her sad walk down the lot, her crying in front of a mirror. That's the theme. Art equals suffering, and success equals being chosen, not growing. Instead of empowering her creativity, the movie gives us a Cinderella story disguised as realistic struggle. It's all aestheticized pain and zero exploration of why she loves acting. In other words, La La Land doesn't love artists. It loves struggling artists. Here's a recurring message in the film. If your art doesn't cost you love, time, or happiness, is it even real? The entire plot bends around this idea that you can't have it all. Like art only has value if it's painful. If you suffer enough, you deserve the dream. And even then, maybe not. And sure, sacrifice is part of the creative journey. But La La Land makes it the only story. There's no joy in the process, no celebration of collaboration, no messiness of community. Just two people orbiting each other's misery until the universe politely separates them. This isn't about the price of passion. This is about fetishizing isolation, the lonely artist myth with a musical number slapped on top. Let's be honest, La La Land is obsessed with the look of loving art. The old school cinemas, the record players, the vintage LA glam, but not the substance. It's all surface level nostalgia, like a Pinterest board for tortured creatives. You never actually see Sebastian compose or struggle with music. You never watch Mia hone her craft or navigate her growth. You just get montages of frustration followed by magical breakthroughs. It's not a movie about art, it's a movie about looking like you care about art. And when the film finally lets them succeed, it's not through innovation or creative evolution, it's through getting the right audition, opening the right club, being seen by the right person. The dream isn't creation, it's recognition, and that's a very Hollywood version of love, both romantic and artistic. Alright, here's the big one, the part that really breaks the illusion. La La Land turns artists into victims of their own passion, not creators of something bigger. It's not about making music or telling stories or building anything meaningful. It's about individual dreams, solo visions, personal validation. The ending fantasy sequence, that wasn't about love or art. It was about control, about how it could have gone if the world just cooperated with their perfect vision. That's not artistic growth, that's ego. And that's the ultimate irony. A film that pretends to honor artists while quietly blaming them for their own unhappiness. So is La La Land beautiful? Absolutely. Does it have great music? No doubt. But is it a love letter to art and artists? It's a love letter to being misunderstood, with jazz hands. This was director Ammar Hejazi, and if you made it to the end without spinning in traffic or quitting your creative career, I salute you.